On March the 9th, a Russian airstrike on children's and maternity hospitals in Mariupol injured 17 people. These are children, women, doctors. 3 died, including 1 child.
Детская больница, роддом.
Children's hospital, maternity hospital. What did they threaten the Russian Federation with? What kind of country this, Russia, which is afraid of hospitals, afraid of childbirth homes and destroys them? Were there any little Nazis? Or maybe pregnant women were going to fire at Rostov? Did anyone in the maternity ward humiliate Russian speakers? What was that? Denazification of the hospital? This is beyond cruelty. Everything that the occupiers are doing in Mariupol is beyond atrocities.
Це вже за межою звірства.
In Mariupol, more than 1,200 civilians were killed in 9 days of siege and shelling by Russian troops. This was reported in the city council. Civilians killed by the Russian occupiers in Mariupol are buried in mass graves. People dig trenches on the outskirts of the city in order to bury the killed. At the moment, the bodies cannot be properly buried due to intense Russian shelling and airstrikes. The evacuation from Izum was actually thwarted due to the shelling by the Russian army, as reported by Oleg Senegubov, the head of Kharkiv Regional Military Administration. On March the 9th, only about 250 people were evacuated. Due to the failed evacuation, a humanitarian convoy also didn't reach Izum, Senegubov said. According to him, the city is practically destroyed. There's no electricity, gas, heat, water, mobile and internet communication does not work. Everybody's in shelters. According to preliminary data, more than 5,000 people need to be evacuated. Also on March the 9th, Russian invaders did not allow evacuations from Bucha, Hostomel and Borodyanka. In total, 35,000 women and children were evacuated from all over Ukraine in 1 day, Volodymyr Zelensky said. Ukraine informed the International Atomic Energy Agency about the loss of electricity supply to Chornobyl nuclear power plant. According to the agency's Director General, Rafael Grossi, this development violates the fundamental principle of security in ensuring uninterrupted power supply. In this particular case, the agency does not see a critical impact on security, the statement said. It should be reminded that at 11:22 a.m. on March the 9th, 2022, Chornobyl NPP had an emergency cutoff of the electricity supply. The voltage power line supplying electricity to the NPP was the only source. All of the Chornobyl NPP objects are shut down. Diesel generators have been used only for supplying the systems important for maintaining safety. There's enough diesel fuel for 48 hours only. After that, the control over the nuclear hazardous objects will be lost entirely. This was stated in the urgent note from Valery Saida, the acting general director of Chornobyl nuclear power plant. British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss addressed the world community concerning sanctions on Russia.
Further and faster in our response. We must double down on our sanctions. That includes a full SWIFT ban and the G7 ending its use of Russian oil and gas. The United States and the United Kingdom this week announced our plans to stop importing Russian oil, and the EU have announced their plans to reduce their dependency too.
During March the 9th, the group of pyrotechnic works and underwater demining of the SES fulfilled 22 demining requests received from Chernihiv residents.